Hello, I am really excited because we are finally at the ending point of this journey of a read, man. I mean, this started back on October 31st, 2021, and we are just now bringing it to completion. And I think that speaks a lot of what the collective's been going through, right? We don't feel so ready to jump into the newness. We need a moment. We need this time to just take a breath and feel everything that we kind of had to put on pause, right? Because we had to tend to the business of getting shit done, focusing on the day to day. We didn't have time to really process what we were feeling. But the winds of change are blowing, and I say that as a storm is really gusting outside. We're supposed to get 8 inches of snow here in Detroit. So I don't know, I just felt really called to read. I've really been wanting to drop in and read lately, so I thought this would be a good night to get this started. And I don't know if we're going to get through all 12 signs tonight. We may. Anything's possible, but just like the rest of the read, we're going along for the ride. We'll see where spirit wants to take us. I just want to offer up some bay leaf, just cleanse the energy from the air sign collective read so we can start with a clean slate. We're going to go in the order of the zodiac. I'm just sending a little bit of that good juju over to all of you. I felt like using purple tonight for the light. I don't know. It was just really speaking to me, and I notice it's making the walls behind me, this like deeper shade of blue. I don't know. I'm feeling those tones tonight. Maybe you've been, more up in your upper chakra channels, right? Doing a lot of that third eye opening, having those visions coming in of where you want to go, opening up your mind, expanding your consciousness, receiving those downloads. That's what a lot of people are waiting for right now before they can move forward. They're waiting for that download to come in, right? That soul recognition, that tug that says, this is where I'm supposed to go. This is my next move. This is what I'm supposed to do. So let's just release, all that's ready to be burned away. Fire is a great transformer. It purifies, releases, and something new always grows in the place of a fire, right? Where I'm from, Sonoma County, they dealt with a lot of fires there in California, for a few seasons. It was really, really rough, And as much as you saw the destruction left behind from the fire, things grow back. You can't stop life from its motion, It continues on. And life is a constant process of death and rebirth over and over and over again. If you're really conscious, even moment to moment, it can get pretty out there. So I'm excited to drop in with all of you tonight. We're using a different deck for this section of the read. These are the super awesome future cards, because that's what we're holding, right? That's what we're going to call in. Just give my opening spiel. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already, share. It helps get the content out. I really would appreciate the support in building the channel. I promise to keep giving you guys lots of reads to cover all the signs. I won't favor any sign, okay? I'll make sure everybody gets their airtime. And I just want to make this a cool place for us to like drop in and chill and hang out. When I thought about this channel and the vibe I wanted to create here, I was thinking about how divided things have been, the past couple of years, and how disconnected people feel. And I just want this to be like, we're just hanging out, man. We're just hanging out, shooting the shit, spilling a little tea, and connecting around what's real, and also having fun, right? That's my hope. But I want this to be a place where everybody can like just drop in, chill, connect, and where we all can receive the messages that want to come in for us, that are gonna help us with our next step, have it be a supportive community. So appreciate any support you can send my way to help the channel grow. Grateful for all of you who have been coming and commenting and checking out the reads. I really, really do appreciate it. And I always say beforehand, I speak in terms of he, she, they, them, anything goes. Just let it flow, receive it as it applies to you, okay? I am reading for a big collective, so lots of different stories out there. I will try to help you all hone into several different, possibilities for the energies coming in. But, open your mind and let your intuition connect with the reading too, right? Let this be an experience of you like trusting your inner voice as well as you hear these messages, and understanding how they apply to you, all right? Because you have these gifts as well. You have the gift of foresight. You have the gift of intuition. It's just about, trusting it, trusting that inner voice and letting it become activated in you. And I will also say that I am going to call out the astrological signs. Don't get too fixated on it, because, when you're calling out an astrological sign, the person you're dealing with can have that sign, in any strong aspect in their chart. You won't necessarily know everybody's astrological sign that you're dealing with, right? So, don't get too hung up on it, but think of more the energy of that sign and how it expresses itself. And you'll be dealing with somebody who expresses themselves in those ways. But I mean, with the court cards, often, it's a good indicating factor. Court cards help us figure out who the hell we're dealing with, what they look like, how they might behave. And that can be very helpful, when you're trying to navigate what can sometimes be tricky waters of life, right? So we're going to begin first with Aries. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to get a general view of like, what is the overarching theme for each sign of the zodiac for this present year of 2022. And this is going to be kind of a more interesting read from what you've been seeing so far. So Aries collective, what you got in store for this upcoming year 2022? What is the overwhelming theme? What is the work? I'm getting coming in right now, Aries, that a big part of your like spiritual lesson, the work this year for you all involves you getting out of your head, man. Like getting out of your head and getting into your heart. And the way you do that is through really, becoming embodied, maybe even like get some exercise going, get physical, move your body more, use, physical exertion, with intentional exercise to, just let the bullshit go, process your emotions, channel your emotions through the physical, and even if that's creative through dance or, making music or something along those lines, get moving, get the energy flowing, and do it through the physical. Do it through the physical body. It's going to make a difference for you. Ooh, Aries. It looks like love is, your theme this year. This is the year that you're going to have luck and love. All right. Uh, the dudes out there are definitely going to be feeling, you know, in their, how can I say this? There's no way to say it other than, they're going to be feeling their stud energy, big time. Probably a lot of you are wanting to sow some of those oats, I think you're in a place where you're finally ready to start opening up your heart. It was interesting that like download came in about moving the body to move the emotions to connect with your heart. I think that you're ready for this. You're ready for this to come in. This is what's on its way. You might not see it now, but we got Cupid up here about to send that little dart your way, that little poison dart. A little bit of the hair of the dog that bit you. That's sometimes how love can be, right? And it always sneaks up on you when you're not expecting it. It's like right now you're not really looking for it, and with the horse theme here, I have to say, Sagittarius, this might be a very strong sign coming in relation to this, who you're dealing with, who's going to come your way, maybe a Sag, and may actually like give you a run for your money, right? Because a Sag can definitely hold energy with an Aries for sure. Are you big enough, Aries, where you can handle somebody who can actually match you? This is kind of an interesting message that's coming in is, think about the dynamics you've had in your relationships in the past, Aries. Like, are you kind of attached to always being the one that's in the driver's seat? That's something that could get in the way of this connection that wants to come in for you. I feel like this person can really match you. They're in their power too. And it's all about really like your readiness to embrace that. A love where you're actually met, instead of one where, there's like this push pull, one person's always in charge and one person's always the one making the compromises, where there's inequity in the relationship. I think, move those emotions out of the way. I think there's been a lot of you, Aries, that have been involved in like love triangles, and I think that's added a lot of complication, and I think it's actually been a distraction. I think you're starting to figure out that it's a way to keep you from really going to the deep places. If you bring a third party into a mix, then you can create a lot of complication. It's very distracting, and it keeps you from focusing on the depth of what you're actually feeling in a process of opening your heart with another person and moving into intimacy. All right. So I think that this is something that you're starting to become aware of, but this is going to end in union here, and you may have thought, nah, I'm never going to find that person that I really want to commit my heart to. But I see different here. I think you're about to meet somebody who's able to meet you. We're talking pure magic here, okay? So it looks pretty positive with this, upright horseshoe energy there. This did come out upright, all right? So looks like a turnaround in matters of the heart. Threes also are indicative of spirit having, its fingers in the mix here, and definitely there's like a kismet quality to this connection. And I think, it can be a reawakening in love too for those who've maybe had troubled relationships or things where there were struggles. I'm also getting this too, that where there's been cases of divorce in the past, really making peace with your former, spouse so that you can move forward, you know, and accept new opportunities in your life, and not look at these new relationships coming in as just sort of like a repeat of what you've already been through before. And that allows you to greet this situation with newness. But I do see that this love, it's going to awaken in you when you least expect it, when you're not looking for it, you know. The minute you let go, you give up trying to find it, and you're focused on other things, is when it comes in. Okay, so Sagittarius energy in the mix. That's what I predict. You know, that there's a Sag. Somebody has Sag strongly placed in their chart, connected with this. And I feel like it comes in when you're really distracted with other things. I think you're going to be kind of like with your head in the clouds sort of energy, like, you know, you're trying to find your way out of confusion. You're trying to figure out, what direction do I want to go? You know, what do I do now? What's my next step? And I think it's right when you feel confused like that your direction emerges and everything suddenly becomes very clear, and then you like actually look at what's been there, you know, kind of like right under your nose. But it looks like a very positive outcome with that, you know, love, real love, you know, committed love. I know, like, Aries don't like to hear that a lot, but it's what's showing up here. This is a good card, but I do think that, you know, first there's like a need to get this, you know, third party energy out of the way. Ooh, confirmation on the Sag message. Look at that, bottom of the deck energy. The moon, okay? The moon, shoot for the moon. Shoot for the moon. It's like a magical time. My friend gifted me this deck of cards, and they had written kin inside the moon, you know, so this is kindred, like I was saying. It's a magical connection, like spirits at play here in this mix, okay? There's a lot of transformation going on right now. You might be at a distance from this person, okay? Look, there's like the waters between, the wolf howling in the background. Wolf is pathfinder medicine, okay? So you're gonna pick up the scent of the trail. You know, you're gonna get your cues soon, okay? But, you know, let hope come into your heart again. Take a chance to believe in love again. Let it in, because it wants to come in. But I think you got some work to do, you know? I think there's some messes to clean up, and there's some patterns that need to be shed, and some emotions that need to be processed, and some healing to be done, you know, before this comes in. And I think that has a lot to do, you know, with working it out through the body. You need to get your energy moving, because you're like stagnant. There's like a stagnancy. Even with everything you got on your plate, there's like a stagnancy, and the stagnancy is more in the area of like your dreams, what lights you up, what makes you feel alive and full of passion. You need to inject some energy into that. You need to bring some motivation in for yourself, and the best way for you to build it right now is through the physical. So that's what I got there. Yeah, look at top of the deck energy, the heart. That's that sacred heart. True love. True love. See the 3 energy again there, though? That 12. Be aware. You know, be aware. The broken mirror. Be aware of the way you can sabotage something good by acting out old negative patterns from your past that complicate situations. Stay away from third party energy, and don't let people meddle in your affairs. You know, there's definitely like some bad luck energy here, okay? And you know, this might have something to do with a Leo for sure. Look, we got this king energy here, and there is a lion there in the background. All right, Leo. And the sun card right behind that, okay? Which is also, the sun is associated with Leo. It's Leo's ruler. So I think, you know, be aware of how the Leo is not the happiness that it seems, but it's actually something that brings bad luck into your life. You know, once you kind of make this judgment call, you actually get your wish and your true union with this unity. But that Leo energy, it's not loyal. That's a fox in the hen house, okay? There's dishonesty there. So be aware of that. Cut of the deck energy. Expect this person to reach out to you soon too. It's up to you how you move. It's up to you what you do with it. They're going to come forward, you know, with this real, you know, like good hard sell. Oh, I'm a loyal person. I'm true to you. You can count on me. Okay, be aware. Be aware. Pay attention. Pay attention. Super, super important. Super, super important. I can't make this shit up. See, I talked about the fox in the hen house, right? Look what's right next to it. The kiss up. Look at this fucking situation here. This person wants to use you for something. All right? Don't be a sucker. Don't be a sucker. Don't get played, Aries. Be smart. Okay? Be smart. Make the right choices. And that real love is all yours, okay? Looks like something really, truly beautiful is coming in for you. And it looks like I'm actually going to be giving a decent sized read for each of you signs on this one. I have to give to you guys. I can't just give you some little piddly bullshit, all right? And it's just the flow of the reading. What wants to come through wants to come through. I'm not going to block it. To be on a time schedule with you guys, okay? So I'm going to wrap this one up here, and I'm just going to give a nice little read for each of the individual signs. So looks pretty good, Aries Collective. You got some good shit coming in. Good love. Just clear out that old bullshit. Take care of your body. Move your emotions with physical exercise or physically creating, you know? If you haven't picked up your guitar in a while, pick up your fucking guitar, you know? If you're a writer, you know, get to writing, but do it viscerally, you know? Get a journal. Go somewhere. Go on a hike. Go on a hike somewhere and sit somewhere beautiful in nature and just journal. Write it out, you know? But get moving, move the energy. Stop sitting around moping. I feel like there's this energy of like two different stories for Aries Collective, you know. Either you're stuck in stagnancy and you're moping and feeling sorry for yourself, okay? Or you're just totally overwhelmed and exhausted from work. And that's because you need to, like, you know, you need to pour some energy into your self-care. That you gotta fill up your cup. It's super important. And the more you fill up your cup, the more you start taking care of yourself, the more you get that energy moving, the more you get that old energy out, you get the emotions flowing, you're gonna be able to like land in your body. And when you land in your body, then you're going to be able to really feel what's been going on in your heart, because the reality is you kind of cut yourself off at the neck and you've been all up here. And you're not dealing with matters that are going to be resolved with calculation. You got to come here. You got to come in your heart. Okay? So do that. And something so beautiful is waiting for you on the other side of that. And don't be a sucker. Don't be a sucker. Leo sign coming in pretty strong on that. So do be aware. All right. I'll be back with Taurus next.